chair. And I've learned through making custom Lego minifigures a definitive way to make a Lego cape for your minifigures. And what you're going to need is some fabric stiffener. You can get this at your Hobby Lobby that's near you, near the fabric section. Just a brush or any kind of paintbrush. You can slather around on the broadcloth, and any color of broadcloth, whichever you like. I just cut it into a square like this for a scale for minifigures to cut into, and a cup, or any kind of cup you like. Just have to take multiple coats on it, or just one coat, whichever you prefer. But I've done this with multiple tests with broadcloth, and it came out fine. Now, this may be optional or not, but I like to check both sides to make sure all sides are covered as well. So make sure you flip it around and then lather it up like so. There. So once you completely covered your broadcloth with fabric stiffener, it also helps if you use some paper towels and dab up most of the fabric stiffener off of it, but not too much though. You still want it to be flexible for your capes, or for your cloth for your Lego minifigures, as I'll demonstrate now. And flip over to do it on the same side as well. It also helps if you just do it multiple times as well. And make sure it's all complete, almost to where you can hardly see the white on there. Like so. If it looks like this, now you just gotta wait for it to dry. And this stuff is also sticky like glue, so probably should best be hanging it, but I got it onto this plate right here, so it'll probably stick to the plate as such. So now that you're letting your broadcloth dry with the fabric stiffener, it'll take a couple of hours for it to dry out completely. And also a word of advice, you should best to hang it out to let it dry on both sides. Because the first time I done this before, I let it dry flat on top, let it dry on the top. And when it's done drying, it was stiff on one side, but on the opposite end, it was glossy on the other end. So that's something you want to watch out for. Or if you're taking notes on this for your next lesson. So yeah, we'll cut out and let this dry out completely, and we'll be right back. Okay, so it's been about 2 or 3 hours now, and I'm sure the fabric stiffener has dried onto the broadcloth. And as you can see here, it's just as hard and brittle like paper. And now we will cut it into shape, like a Lego cape. Okay, so now we're gonna cut it into the shape as a Lego minifigure cape, the way we want it. And this applies to any kind of cloth you want to make it into. And as you can see, I traced it into the shape like the Highwayman from the Lego minifigure series. And also it'll help if you use small scissors like this to cut it to more detailed, so to not make any kind of mistakes. And so now we're gonna cut it like so. I don't want to make any mistakes with this, so take some time on this. Get the bottom part off. Fold it and get the little indent. Okay, there's one. Just gonna... I mean, this may not be necessary, but it also helps. It just looks better. And you can, well, you would use a hole puncher for this, but they just look too big, and they would be. It's hard to cut it and use a hole puncher on this, so it's better to just cut it with the scissors. Careful not to cut it to the edge. Okay, so far so good. Now the other hole. I may have cut it a little too long, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, it's not really perfect, but it's a start. So now we got it into the shape we want it in. And also would help, but also other helps, is if you paint on it like such. And I'll get the paint real quick. Okay, so now that I've got my table prepared, we're gonna paint this cape to make sure they don't, to keep it to where it doesn't wear or tear. And the paint I chose is Admiral Blue to match with the Lego Dark Blue. So now, we're just going to paint it from back to front. And I'm just going to this real quick. You could probably just wait whenever this side's done, and you can do the next side. But I just want to. It's probably just best to do both sides, anyways. This is gonna be a mess. Just mess. So now that I painted it, we're going to wait till this dries. We're going to wait till this cape dries up, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now that the cape has completely dried, it may be a little flimsy a bit than it was without paint, but it'll take a few days or so till it probably becomes hardened and stiff. And to demonstrate, I will use one of the Dungeons & Dragons minifigures from the Lego minifigure series, like so. Hold these ends like the Highwayman did. there you go. There you have it. It works just as well as a Lego cape. And this could probably... you don't have to worry about paying for other capes when you could just make one at home. Or make one yourself. And so, I really hope this helps with your custom minifigures that you build. Or for any Lego mock creators out there that you want to create your own capes designs. And yeah, leave your thoughts and comments down below on what you think of the Lego capes, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.